Doubles and Coffee, a CARICOM leader, vowed that criminals will not find any safe haven in the Caribbean to carry out their nefarious and illegal activities. Which CARICOM leader, which leader of a Caribbean nation you feel has the wherewithal, the track record, the courage, the character, the performance, the ability, the policy position to make that statement, to vow that no criminal will have safe haven anywhere in the Caribbean? Which CARICOM leader could do that, could say that? Who you feel said that? A little laugh and joke, you know, because this Doubles and Coffee a little late is about lunchtime because I had to coach and thing and study with my daughter and son. Keith Christopher Rowley, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. I joke, I kid you not, I'm not, stop laughing and stop. Rowley said, as he addressed the CARICOM Crime Summit, Rowley vowed that criminals will not find any safe haven in the Caribbean to carry out their nefarious and illegal activities. This is the man who's the Prime Minister, and in the last 3 days, 12 police who were charged with serious criminal offenses get up because the police didn't conduct the case. This is the man who had not one single vessel working to patrol the 7 miles of the Gulf of Paria where all the cocaine, all the drugs, all the human trafficking has passed to impact the entire Caribbean and North America, Central America region. This is the man that had no air guard. The man had no helicopter. The man have no NOC. The man have no communication. The man picking a own hand-picked commissioner of police to just follow instructions from him to kidnap and bring Barbados, Attorney General Barbados, government and the Barbados Constabulary into disrepute by kidnapping Brent Thomas because he want to make a point about FULs and Gary Griffith and FULs. This is the man who's the Prime Minister and the head of the National Security Council for the last 9 years. And the murder rate in Trinidad and Tobago has seen unprecedented levels. He is the Prime Minister with the gold, silver and bronze in murders, with Fitzgerald, Ethelbert, narcolepsy, sleepy, Pumsite, ride a horse with an 8-year-old boy, 622 murders. This is the Prime Minister who currently sits, we not even in December. The USA even celebrate Thanksgiving yet, and we reach 576 murders headed for over 600 again. This is the same Prime Minister who had small Pin Young, his Gary Sobers of stupidity and incompetence, as the Minister of National Security in 2018-2019, and 519 murders and then 539 murders. This is the man that businesses suffering and people packing up and running because of extortion. This is the man who oversees a country where you cannot sit down and drink a stag or a carrot without a bullet hitting you straight in your head. This is the man that women and children and families cannot be safe in their houses, home invasions, and yet he does nothing to protect the people. This is the man that has Trinidad and Tobago as a crime paradise, that the only thing growing, the only thing being profitable is the criminal activities and the criminal underworld. This is the worst Prime Minister in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, who goes to CARICOM with his failed track record, his failed policies, his inability to account. He spent more money than all of CARICOM leaders put together, over $500 billion. Half of it disappeared. The other half cannot be accounted for. And crime in every nook and cranny. There is no hotspot again. Trinidad and Tobago is a total hotspot because of Keith Christopher Rowley. And he had the audacity to get up on a microphone with media, camera, and TV outlet and thing, filming him. And he said this. Rowley vowed that criminals will not find any safe haven in the Caribbean to carry out their nefarious and illegal activities. Criminals find safe place with Rowley Rowley does only interact with criminal. All Rowley friend is criminal. Everybody who been on a contract has some corruption charge. All Rowley birthday guest party has criminal charges all over the place. Rowley himself under investigation from Integrity Commission with Inez Gate. Rowley should be under investigation from when he was a teacher in 1969. With Landate, he admit it had 17 criminal charges and indictments waiting for him, but they forgot the process. They didn't advise him, so he couldn't tell them yea or nay, and therefore the whole thing dropped. Rowley is the man who has overseen the most corrupt government in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. Criminals are happy under Rowley. The rich are getting richer. The criminals are extorting and stealing like never before. The police getting caught and getting off like never before. Our country is in total chaos. And Rowley, the Prime Minister of Evil, the man who has overseen the decimation of our beautiful country, stand up in CARICOM like Pontius Pilate and talking about criminals will have no safe haven. All the criminals here in Trinidad and Tobago and they safe like Selassie briefcase and they expanding the trade. Trini get locked up in Grenada, Trini get locked up in Vincent, Trini committing crime all up in Dominica, all over the place. And Rowley fast and out a place to go and talk, and all they listening to him, listen to me. Rowley is a total disgrace on the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. But the man seems to be delusional, insane, or not altogether there. He doesn't have all his faculties. Because for a man with such a bad track record to stand up and talk that nonsense in the full glare of the media, something missing, something ain't right. All you get rid of Rowley. Save him from himself. Save Trinidad and Tobago. Vote UNC. All together now. Everybody. Vote UNC. Our country is crying out. It's bleeding. It's calling for a plaster and sutures to be provided by the United National Congress. Rowley, you have to be a madman, yes?